So perhaps you finally got to a point in your life where you've decided to make a bit of a head count. Take a look at the people that you have around you and decide which one of these are adding value to my life and which ones are taking from it. Live your best life. I'm not here to tell you who to surround yourself with. All I'm here to tell you today is to know when to call it a day with certain people, know when to perhaps bring someone closer or to push them further away. You are in charge of your own destiny, you're in charge of the people that you have around you, and don't let anyone else tell you differently. I think there comes a certain point in a lot of people's lives where we all have to make this conscious decision, and we have to be selfish. We have to decide our pack, we have to decide our tribe, we have to decide who we're moving forward with. Hi, my name's Luke. Thanks for stopping by the channel. And if you're returning, welcome back. There's nothing wrong from time to time with having a bit of a head count and deciding the kind of friends that you want to surround yourself with. The people that we surround ourselves with are the people that help us, that we reflect with, that we talk to, and we resonate with. The normalities can creep in of life, and unfortunately sometimes we can not realise that perhaps certain people aren't really good for us. Do you perhaps have people around you that are encouraging you to do the wrong things, to do things that aren't really helping you progress at all in life? And perhaps you've got to a point now where you're kind of thinking to yourself, yeah, this might actually be the case. And I want to have a bit of a clear out. When we're younger, as we grow, we are young adults that are blooming into, what we're going to become as we get older, the young adults we're going to be. And there's a lot of mistakes, there's a lot of failures, there's a lot of lessons learnt when we're young. And we all have our teenage years and we all have a great laugh. But unfortunately, sometimes as we grow older, there's certain people that perhaps might not actually grow up, to put it quite bluntly. Sometimes you get to a point, perhaps you've got to a point where you've decided that you want to move forward in life, you want to achieve some great things, you want to set out to better yourself, and maybe you've got that one friend that's always saying to you, hey, are you coming for a drink tonight? Hey, why aren't you out with the guys? Why aren't you out with, everyone's wondering where you are, man, what's going on? And you can fall into a little bit of a trap, really, because they almost try to hold you accountable for not being the friend that you should be. Sometimes to get to certain places in life, we have to do a head count and we have to look at the people that we have around us and enable to do certain things to perhaps excel at a certain job or to move somewhere far away or anything like that. Sometimes you're going to have to take a look around the room and you're going to have to leave some people behind in the nicest way possible. And this isn't you being nasty. I feel that as you go through life, you should be able to make some lovely friends, have some great times, really have a blast. But then at a certain point, perhaps you should maybe think to yourself, shake hands, thanks for the memories, and just go your separate ways. And it be mutually respective. Unfortunately, some people can make you feel accountable for distancing yourself and not talking to them. And it's funny, isn't it? Because when you decide to not talk to someone anymore because you think they're not bettering your life, they're going to make you feel bad about it. They're going to say, where have you been? We haven't heard from you. Oh, thanks for dropping me a message. Cheers. And they almost consciously try to make you feel bad for it. It's never their fault. It's always yours. And hey, perhaps if these people think like this anyway in the first place, or it's come to fruition that they do, maybe they weren't a friend for the long run anyway, so nothing lost. But look, what I'm trying to say is life is a very, very long journey. The people you have surrounding you when in your 20s, not all of them are going to be there in your 30s. There might be a completely different group of people entirely, but this isn't a bad thing. This is just your path. This is where you're going in life. These are the people that you've met along the way. And I think we sometimes keep hold of a very few special people, and certain people can pop up when we least expect it. And that's the beautiful thing about life, isn't it? Do not ever feel bad for letting someone go and saying, I'm going a different direction in life. You're not going the same way. So unfortunately, we'll have to call it a day. You're doing this for yourself. You're not doing it for them. And you have to be selfish sometimes. You can't always be a people pleaser. You can't always be a yes man, because you won't end up getting anywhere. Anything can happen. You could meet the friend that's going to be your best friend for the rest of your life tomorrow and you don't even realise it. The friend who you've been friends with for perhaps 20 years or so could not be your friend next year. But that is just life. And the faster that we understand this, the more that we're going to, accept it. And the problem is when the other people don't accept it and they try to make you feel bad for it, because don't let them. Set your morals and your own expectations and have a goal, have objectives, because You need to decide whether certain people that you're going to surround yourself with are going to help you achieve them. And if they're not, there's no question, is there? They're out. Thanks for knowing you. Shake your hand. See you later. This was a thought that just flew in and out of the dome, so I wanted to just quickly share it with you guys. Thanks for stopping by this one today, guys. See you later.